Today I'm going to walk you through my number one favorite manifestation technique, the manifestation technique that changed my life. And I discovered scripting 5 or 6 years ago when I was at an all-time low. I was on the verge of giving up on my dreams. I was on the verge of giving up on manifestation because I'd tried every technique under the sun and none of them had worked for me, despite the fact that I'd heard all of these amazing success stories online. So as a last resort, the universe presented me with this technique and showed it to me at a time in my life where I think I felt like, well, I've got nothing to lose. Let me give this one last shot. And it ended up being the technique that changed my life. So I'm going to guide you through exactly how to use scripting, but I also want to emphasize that there's even a lesson there in so much as manifestation techniques can be brilliant, can be life-changing, and often it is our approach towards using them that makes a big difference. And perhaps the fact that I surrendered, the fact that I just thought, this manifestation technique sounds fun, I've got nothing to lose at this point, I'll give it one last go. There was perhaps also a shift in my energy and I wasn't being super serious about it or desperate about it. So if after watching this video you feel inspired to give scripting a go and you feel excited about the idea of doing it, I encourage you to do scripting with that energy, and that will give you the best results. So as you can see, over the last few years, I've written many a scripting letter and I love keeping them all. I love looking back on the things that I wrote when they were dreams and goals, and then I saw them unfold and become my real life waking reality. The concept of scripting is that you write a thank you letter for the goals, the dreams that you have, as if they're already your life now, as if they're already done in the past tense. But there's a little bit more to it than that. And so I'm going to share with you, I've become a bit of an expert with scripting over the years, okay? So I'm going to share with you the expert level tips because I want to help you to get the best results possible with this technique. So I normally recommend that people pick 4 to 6 goals to put on their scripting letter. There may be an infinite number of things that you want. You may think of 50 things that you want to manifest, but let's just keep it to a handful right now, because then you're going to be able to focus enough of your energy on these things, and you're going to be reading your scripting letter every day, so you don't want it to be 5 pages long. At this point, I would highly recommend that you go down into the description, into the show notes, and download my free step-by-step scripting guide. Download it now. It will be sent to you by email, and going through the guide is going to help you to get even more from what I'm sharing with you today. You have templates and tools within that free guide that will help you to get even more clarity on what you want and why you want it, which are 2 really important keys. When it comes to choosing your 4 to 6 things that you want to include in your scripting letter, I would recommend that you choose things that you don't feel much resistance about right now. Okay, so choose things that feel like, yeah, that's possible for me. I believe that that is within the realm of what I can manifest right now. I feel like that would be a fun thing to call into my life. Why not? And the more you have that lighthearted, fun, optimistic, resistance-free energy, the better. When people approach scripting or any manifestation technique for that matter, and they're thinking about goals that they really want really badly and they really wish it could happen, those are often the ones that struggle. If you write things that feel so far-fetched to you right now, that feel a million miles away, again, every time you read the scripting letter, you're probably just going to be emphasizing the emotion of feeling far away from it rather than feeling like, yeah, these things are all on their way, they're already mine. So that's the one thing to consider when deciding what should and what shouldn't go on my scripting letter. Get out of your head, go into your body, see how you feel about these things, and decide on what you're going to choose from here. So I start off with a blank page and I write Dear Universe, or Dear Abraham and Esther Hicks. That's who I addressed my first scripting letter to, because that's how I discovered scripting, through an Abraham Hicks video. But you can write your scripting letter to whoever or whatever you feel some kind of connection to whomever you would want to thank for their help in bringing these things about into your reality. So let's say, as an example, you write Dear Universe. Then I like to write thank you so much. Open it with gratitude. Those are the 2 opening lines. Then what we do is paragraph by paragraph, you write a small little paragraph for each of the things each of your dreams and goals that is going on your scripting letter. Now, for each of the paragraphs, the first sentence you write is a clear statement that says what you want as if it's already happened. My YouTube channel has now reached X number of subscribers. I am now earning X amount of money per month. We have just been approved for this such and such, whatever, right? It's a statement of what you want in the past tense. Now, you have got some options here. If you might find being really specific on what your goal is a little bit triggering for you right now, you can be a bit more general. So I remember the first scripting letter I ever wrote, I didn't have a great relationship with money at all. And in fact, committing to writing down any amount of money brought up resistance for me. So for the very first scripting letter, I kept it general and I just wrote, I have more money in my account than ever before. I chose that wording at that point in my journey because that wording didn't trigger any kind of resistance for me. And my body, my mind, my energy felt open to the possibility of that happening. Whereas if I had written a specific number, it would have brought up more negative emotions. So you are more than welcome to go general with things that feel a bit triggering if you're too specific. Okay, so that's up to you. You can be clear, you can be general. It's all going to be moving you in the direction that you want anyway. So that's what you write sentence number 1 for each paragraph, that clarifying statement of this is what has happened. Then what I like to encourage you to do is write a second sentence for each paragraph that goes into more detail about either how you now feel now that this is your reality, or how life is, like what's different now that this has manifested. I'll give some examples. Again, going back to that first scripting letter I wrote where I said I have more money in my bank account than ever before, the second sentence I wrote for that paragraph was, I love thinking about what to buy next. And the reason why I chose to say that is because at the time I had so much anxiety around spending money. I would get anxious even just being in the supermarket buying some fruit and veg. Any amount of money leaving my account felt scary to me at that point. And so when I really thought about why is it that I want more money? Why is it that I want to have more money coming in? Of course, there could be a whole host of reasons, but at the time, the thing I wanted more than anything was just to not have to stress about money, to feel abundant about money, to be able to enjoy the experience of going to a shop and buying something rather than it causing me to feel anxiety. I knew that actually that would be the shift in how I felt when more money was in my account than ever before. So there's no wrong answer. It's up to you to ask yourself, what is the reason why you want this? What will be different? What is the significant thing that matters to you about why you are choosing to manifest this thing? Another example, I remember focusing on improving my health, my fitness, being more fit and toned in my body. And actually the reason why I wanted that wasn't so that I was a certain number on a scale or anything like that, because that doesn't really mean anything. If anything, that's just kind of having an unhealthy relationship with numbers and so forth. Whereas actually the real reason why I wanted to improve my health and fitness was so that I could just feel more confident in anything that I wear. I could feel confident in any angle taking photographs. And so when I scripted about that, what was interesting is how it manifested was, yes, my health and fitness did improve. Yes, my body and my physique improved and got healthier and fitter, but also my focus was on feeling confident in my body. And so because I was scripting about that and reading that scripting letter every day, I was practicing feeling like I was kind of getting familiar with the idea, the possibility that I can feel comfortable in my own skin. And that's the reason why I wanted to manifest it, and that's what ended up manifesting. Because you may have also experienced yourself, or you may know people where they achieve X physical result, but then they still don't feel confident in their own skin. You know, with body dysmorphia, it doesn't necessarily matter how you look, you can still not feel great about yourself. So to me, the most important thing wasn't a number, wasn't a dress size, wasn't anything like that. It was about the feeling. You can be literally any size and feel confident in anything you wear and feel confident to be photographed at any angle. And that's what really matters. So that's what I wanted to focus on when it came to that manifestation. So think about not only what do you want to manifest, but why do you want to manifest it? How do you want to feel ultimately? What kind of life-changing shift in how you feel are you after? Because anything we want to manifest is because of how we believe we will feel when we manifest it. So go through that gorgeous process, take your time with it, and paragraph by paragraph, write that opening statement declaring what has now happened, and then think of that second sentence that goes into more detail that helps remind you of the reason why you're doing this, how it feels now that it has manifested, how you feel, what is different about life, what you're able to do now, what has changed now that it has manifested. So each one, you write a paragraph for each following that formula. And then once you've done that with each one, I like to sign it off. Thank you so much. Or sometimes I write thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I sign my name. Okay. So that is the template. That is the outline of the structure of your letter, how to write the letter. Now, what do you do with that letter? And it's very important. So what I do is once I've written a fresh new scripting letter, I put it on my bedside table or on my nightstand, as they say in America. And I put it there because it is always there when I need it. This is what I did with my very first scripting letter. I've done it with every scripting letter since, and this is why I believe I have got such great results with scripting. This is why I believe almost every single thing that I've ever written on any scripting letter has come true, is because I read it first thing when I wake up every morning and last thing before I go to sleep at night. Those 2 times of day are so powerful for your manifestation journey, because those 2 times of day are when your subconscious mind is easiest to imprint on. It's most open, okay? When you are transitioning from sleep to waking and vice versa, your brain is shifting frequencies and it goes through the theta state, which is similar to kind of being like almost in a hypnotic state. So whatever you focus on at those 2 times of day tends to go into the subconscious mind even more easily, right? I know our subconscious mind is constantly absorbing things all the time, but those 2 times in particular are good ones to leverage when it comes to manifestation. And imagine every day you're starting your day off, and instead of just diving straight into your phone, your messages, stress, or worrying about X, Y, or Z, or focusing on the lack in your reality, instead you are picking up a scripting letter that is transporting you into your desired reality. And without having to make any effort, this scripting letter that you had previously put effort into writing is now a tool that you can look at. You're waking up however you feel today, you wake up and this letter is reminding you, oh yeah, gratitude, thank you so much, this happened and now I feel like this, and that has fallen into place, and now I'm feeling like this. And you know, it just helps you to tune yourself to that mindset, to that focus as you start your day. And before you go to sleep as well, you know, you could be focused on anything. You could be worrying, you could be this, you could be that, or you could feed your mind with your goals as if they've already happened just before you go to sleep. And Neville Goddard swore by that time of day. He said, as you drift off to sleep, what you focus on, what you feed your subconscious mind is more important than any other time of day. Because then as you drift off to sleep, your subconscious mind takes those last waking thoughts and rehearses them throughout the night, right? Finds ways to bring it about, finds ways to make it happen, becomes familiar with that reality, believes in that reality. So do this for 30 days, every morning, every night. Have it on your nightstand and have it on top of your phone so that you're not tempted to reach for your phone first thing. And in order to get to your phone, you need to read your scripting letter first. After 30 days, put it away somewhere safely. I filed these all away, and you can continue reading it after 30 days if you want to, but just know that 30 days is the minimum, and that should be enough, really. With that repetition, it's done its job in going into your subconscious. The reason why I sometimes read my scripting letters for more than 30 days is because I enjoy it, is because I'm still loving the experience, and because it helps remind me of where I'm headed, of what's unfolding. According to an article in Inc.com, you're actually 42% more likely to achieve your goals when you write them down and read those goals every day. And a lot of the world's most successful people have their dreams, their goals written down, whereas a lot of people who aren't some of the most successful aren't doing that every day, you know. So success leaves clues, and with scripting it is kind of like writing your goals down, but taking it to an entirely different level where you're actually talking to your subconscious as if these things are already done. You're transporting yourself in your mind to feeling like it's already yours, rather than just writing down goals, thinking about them, thinking of them, but not feeling feeling like the version of you who has them yet. So if you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by writing them down, imagine how much more likely you are to manifest your goals when you're writing it following this scripting format where it's in the past tense and you're literally feeling the emotions, feeling like the person who already has them, and you're doing it at the two most optimal times of day, first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I mean, this is why scripting works so well. This is why thousands of people in my community have had success with scripting, and this is why it is my all-time favorite and most effective technique that I've ever come across. Remember, if you're excited to do this, if you feel like, yeah, why not? This sounds fun. This sounds pretty easy. It only takes a couple of minutes each day. Once I've written my scripting letter, I've got nothing to lose. If that's your mindset after hearing about how scripting works, then that's your sign. You should definitely give it a go. So make sure to download your free step-by-step scripting guide. It's down in the description in the show notes. It's been downloaded by over 60,000 people, I think now, and it has helped so many people to be guided through the process of scripting. So that's my gift for you, because I want to help as many people as possible to get results with my favorite manifestation technique. I often get asked how long it takes for things to manifest from scripting, and that's always a famous question, like how long is a piece of string, right? Some people find that things come true, things manifest within days. I remember I wrote a scripting letter and several days later, one of the things manifested. But typically for me, I find that things really start to unfold and momentum really starts to show itself after about 90 days or after about 6 months. That's kind of the time frame for me, where in about 3 to 6 months after writing a scripting letter, I'm really seeing the results come through. I would actually emphasize that you don't put any time pressure on any of this stuff. Trust that things come to you in divine timing. Trust that it's all on its way. Trust that it's working for you, regardless of timelines and how long things take. When we start stressing about how long is it going to take, and I know as humans we all want things to happen quickly and we all want things right now, try to avoid going into that mindset of getting impatient and frustrated, because you're actually then just radiating the lack of what you want rather than luxuriating in the energy of how it's already done, it's inevitable, it's unfolding, you're looking forward to it, with anticipation. You're already there now in your mind, in your energy. Feeling really is the secret. And that's a missing piece that I think some people tend to forget when it comes to manifestation. People who are saying, oh, it's not working for me, or it hasn't happened yet, and when's it going to happen? You're emphasizing the wrong end of the stick. You're pushing it further away from yourself the more that you dwell on those kinds of thoughts. So have fun with this. Give it a go. Let me know in the comments your experiences. If you're watching this on YouTube and you found this useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so you never miss another video. If you're listening on podcasts, thank you for listening. Feel free to leave a 5-star review and follow for future episodes. And why not share this with a friend and you can script together. Until next time, bye.